Social media is a fantastic platform for aspiring photographers to showcase their talent and build a following. But there's a whole other level to car photography, the realm of commissioned work for major car brands. Today, we delve into the exclusive world of top car photographers, the ones behind those breathtaking car ads. This isn't about chasing likes. It's about turning a marketing message into art and to create photography that excites customers and captures their interest, all for a global audience, whether they're on social or not. Just think about it. Car companies don't mess around when it comes to showcasing their vehicles. They invest heavily into R&D of every car they make, so it also makes sense that they spend a lot, often hundreds of thousands of dollars, for a single car shoot to make their cars as attractive as possible to buyers. And who do they entrust with this critical task? The absolute elite of car photographers who have creative innovation, a keen eye for detail, and a technical know-how to create stunning visuals. Shooting car ads is the holy grail for many professional car photographers. It's a testament to their skill, creativity, and their ability to collaborate with car brands and advertising agencies to produce iconic imagery. It's not just about capturing a car, it's about selling an emotion, whether it's a feeling of freedom, speed, or luxury. But here's the surprising truth. You may not have heard of these unsung heroes on social media. Their work often goes unseen by the general public, existing primarily in high-gloss ads and marketing campaigns. And while they all have Instagram accounts, they don't have the many followers because they're already shooting the dream jobs and don't need to succeed on social as well. So who are these top dogs of the car photography industry? Well, stay tuned because I've compiled a list to reveal the names and work of the real kings and queens who create the most epic car visuals on the planet. Here are my 8 personal favorites. Number 1, Anton Watts was born in Australia, and after completing photography college, he moved to London where he lived for 10 years. He was lucky enough to assist photographers shooting magazines such as Paris Vogue, British Vogue, ID, and GQ, and many more. Before he knew it, he was traveling the world shooting people and cars, and now lives with his family in California. Most of Anton's shoots are hybrid productions where he shoots stills and directs video. His car clients include Acura, Aston Martin, Bentley, BMW, Buick, Cadillac, Chevrolet, Ferrari, and many more. Anke Luckmann, she graduated with a focus on art and mathematics. A job at a local photography studio followed, igniting a love for photography, people, and the craft itself. For several years, she thrived as a photography assistant to world-renowned photographers. It provided her a global perspective on photography, cultures, teamwork, and working with high-profile clients. Her big break arrived in late 2006 with a commission from Mercedes-Benz, marking her official transition into a professional. She finds joy in discovering unique perspectives on cars and people, embracing the challenges of reportage, landscapes, and CGI. Her extensive client list boasts a diverse range of global brands and celebrities such as BMW, Julius Baer, the official Ferrari magazine, Toyota, BMW, Porsche, Lexus, Formula One, and GQ magazine. Yona Heckel and Tom Meneman, more commonly known simply as HE&ME, photographed more efficiently as a duo team. After assisting for many years, they joined together in 2011. HE&ME is drawn from their last names, Heckel and Meneman. Based in Hamburg, they shoot globally in Germany, Europe, the US, South Africa, Asia, and wherever else their camera leads them. They capture the beauty of industrial design in its everyday environment, shaping extraordinary situations that lure the viewer to linger. Their expertise extends through the arena of automotives into fashion and also lifestyle. Simon Puschmann is an award-winning commercial photographer and director who defies all categories. For 30 years, he has been creating his own brand of dramatic, unexpected imagery for prestigious clientele. He doesn't call himself a car shooter, but accepts the fact that he's known for it, especially from his clients' eyes, which include Toyota, Volkswagen, Genesis, Porsche, Buick, and Rolls-Royce. He also likes to experiment on different creative concepts, whether digitally reimagining classical trichromatic film processes or documenting trash across the world. to reveal consumption habits and excessive waste, or making a tribute to the band The Smiths in AI by prompting Midjourney only with the song titles and lyrics. Of all the photographers on this list, I know Simon personally, since he hired me to work with him on the Porsche 911 GT3 launch campaign, which we shot in 2019 in Singapore, where I helped him to do CGI on set. Next up is Agnieszka Doroszkiewicz. This elusive photographer seems to prefer working from the shadows, no pun intended here, as I couldn't find any details about her. I guess she really lets her work do all the talking. I think it's brilliant and daring to break any rules in terms of composition, color, and even sharpness. She seems to find a way to make anything work, all in a look unique and consistently hers. Agnieszka has done many projects with BMW, as well as motorsport imagery for Porsche and Audi. Jeff Ludes has been shooting cars for over 15 years. He handles a wide range of projects, from precisely planned CGI and seamless composite images to loose, handheld shooting. If I was a client, I would favor Jeff for the absolutely clean look in his images. Clean lighting, clean contrast, showing color accurately with just the right amount of retouching for precision and accuracy without going overboard and looking fake. Good examples of his work is for Nissan, Subaru, Honda, and Chevrolet. He also is fully capable of directing motion content, as well as working with talent for lifestyle imagery. I think Uwe Gundlach is the consummate representation of a photographer, in that he's able to maintain true to his vision in achieving both commercial and personal success in his photography, especially when his commercial and personal work is so different, at least on the surface. Yet a common denominator seems to be the relentless pursuit of experimentation and doing the unexpected, and pushing well beyond what many think photography actually is. The first time I noticed his work was for the Genesis campaign he photographed. I had never seen such a cohesive collection that balances so many variables in terms of complementary colors, a sense of mystery, while highlighting the target audience and typical owner of the car. Truly one of my most favorite photographers. And okay, this is the last one on the list. There are many more photographers, but in case you haven't noticed, there are certain patterns and consistencies emerging, which I'll sum up shortly. I've followed Frederic Schlosser since his early days shooting for a tire company, and admires his rise to join this elite club of sought-after car shooters. While some may say he pioneered the bloom highlights look earlier in his career, or brought back the Dutch angle later on, I think these are the more obvious styles. Looking deeper, I see more intention in his use of subtleties in very different ways. It could be a very gradual roll-off from highlights to shadows, or the ever-so-slight smirk on a talent's expression, that in aggregate add to more than the sum of these subtle parts. So I've summarized 5 key takeaways, the fourth point being the big one. Number 1, almost all of these photographers came from an assisting background. I'm a big supporter of assisting, especially in this day and age when newer photographers have many options than my generation. You can now learn from an online course or even right here on YouTube. But I don't think anything online beats the experience of physically being on set in one of these car shoots and learning directly from the people creating these images. As both a professional photographer and now also a YouTuber, I can confidently say that most of my photography knowledge, whether it's about lighting or workflow, tips and little tricks, everything on the business side, I learned as a young assistant working long hours over several years, and that none of this knowledge is found on YouTube, nor anywhere else online, simply because 99% of photography YouTubers don't have this knowledge to share because they do not shoot advertising. Number 2, all of these photographers shoot all types of cars. A car is a car. Why limit yourself to a certain type of car, especially when running a photography business? I see a lot of photographers' portfolios full of sports cars, supercars, the Ferraris, the Lamborghinis, Paganis, really cool cars. And I mean, of course, it's a great experience shooting them in person. But this may work against you when showing your work to potential clients. Because, let's face it, most cars sold are daily drivers, regular cars, which means most cars made are regular cars, which means most cars shooting are regular cars. And if I was an art director for Toyota, for example, looking for a photographer to shoot the new Camry, Seeing exotic cars in your portfolio doesn't really help me. I want to see if you can make a regular car look amazing. Point number 3. Car advertising is predominantly lifestyle-based, which means shooting cars and people. This has been going on for years in the car advertising, with no signs of changing anytime soon. So if you haven't already, get used to photographing models and working with talent agencies, hair and makeup artists, stylists, and incorporate them into your test shoots. Part of the success of all of these photographers is their ability to produce amazing lifestyle images in this day and age when there's a demand for it, and to adapt to whatever the next big thing will be around the corner. Point number 4, and this is the big one I told you about. There is a unique and consistent personality or vision across all of their work. This point deserves its own video, which I think will be the most important video I will ever make as soon as I gain a large enough audience. So stay tuned and please subscribe and support this channel if you like this type of photography talk. For now, I'll just say that many photographers struggle to find their style, but I think the correct word is vision. This is where semantics are important because style and vision are two separate things, at least in my eyes. Focus on finding your vision by bringing your own personality as a human being into your work. That's the criteria photographers at this level are hired for, not some technique or color grade or even where some LUT they think defines them. And finally, number 5. The big brands are hiring these photographers specifically to shoot their cars. This is the fact. But do you like the work I just showed you? Maybe you do or maybe you don't. But this is the current standard by which car advertising is shot. And if you want in on the game, embrace it and ride the wave. And check out this video about how to prepare yourself to shoot car campaigns. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.